our Twitch. Okay. Well, let's make sure we're running on YouTube. But while we're waiting, we got the 11-3 Detroit Lions going against the 8-6 Chicago Bears. In Week 13, the Chicago Bears went against the Detroit Lions, and they beat them 24-7. This will be a staple for them because they are still in a playoff hunt right now. By them going 9-6, if they do end up beating Detroit Lions, it'll have a lot of momentum pull in this division. But the Detroit Lions have already been honored their playoff berth, so regardless of what happens, it's going to be that. And next week after this game will be the Green Bay Packers, the final game of the season. They're 4-9. Their playoff hopes are out the door, so Detroit might be resting their starters there, but they have to stay on course here. They got to let Chicago know we here now. Here we go. Buffalo, WFC East Division champs. Wasn't going to take long for them to get berth. Pittsburgh got it. All right. It's going to be the hot teams in the playoffs. That's what you see. But don't forget the first team you've seen that got it. It's the Detroit Lions. It's going to be a cold game. And let me tell you right now, we are definitely in Chicago when you see this. Chicago is fighting to get into the playoffs. I'm not sure if they can get it by just beating me alone. But they're damn sure going to give it all they got. It's going to be the first cold game Detroit has faced all season. See how they perform. They are a dome team. 20-yard line. Mackey. Well, see how their offense looks starting off? Stanley don't look like much. Make sure they put Sanders in the right spot, and Simmons. It's good to receive as well. They might need to think about that. They might do better than more. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Oops, I put him in the wrong spot. There we go. Let's open this game up with some Sanders running in the cold, huh? Nice. 9-yard gain. I don't know why you're pulling out the sticks. It's disrespectful. Oh, it's second down. Oh, no. Let's go. Let's see if Raji Petey can put it out. Shut Chicago down once and for all. Oh, damn. Well, that didn't go as planned. Well, as you can already see, we're starting to get a bit of a playoff picture. Jeez, they're going to bring out the sticks every time and disrespect this man? Wait. 4th down? Oh, I did get sacked, didn't I? Okay. I had to think, did I really lose that many yards? Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to look at it from a top end here. I think offensively we can get this first down on 4th. On 3. First down. Barry Sanders. 2-yard gain. All right, they're going to see they're going to open up this offense. They really need to get some pass plays out here, even if it is cold. Let's see if he gets them on a quick throw. Jeez, Mackey. Couldn't get him. But we're going to see if their most effective means of getting yards tonight is literally on the ground, because that's what it looks like. Sanders, 10 yards. He's damn near averaging 10 tonight thus far. And they're still looking for some pass play work here. Like they're going to be working in zone. Oh boy. It's never good when you see it blinking on somebody else and we throw elsewhere. Never looks good. On 2. Sanders with a 3-yard gain. And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, the run is what's really hurting this game right now for Chicago. And I think the offensive coordinators recognize that. Yep, just sending the next guy in. 4 yard gain. 4th and 1. It's taking a little bit more downs than it should to get this done, but I'd like to see what direction they go here. Because you know they're going for it. Beatty got it! First down. I said it last game. Whenever you see that quarterback run, I think it really gets the whole team fired up. Blockers held in. Nice. As long as he got that guy who can take the dump off catch, because that blitz is definitely going to come. You know this offense isn't as fluent as many. We don't really have too many big plays. They got to chip their way up the field, especially this late in the season. Sanders goes out of bounds with a 3-yard loss. I mean, I'd rather see that than actually see this guy take a hit. A lot of people have been already criticizing them for having their starters in the game. Oh, see that free safety came up there on that wide receiver. At this point, I'm not sure what they should do, but I think they're in field goal range. It'd probably behoove them to take this. Nice. It's a 52-yarder kick by Larry Cox. I mean, they had to do it with 2 4th-down conversions, but they just show how dominant the offense is right now. But more or less, the question is the defense, because in Week 13, I believe Lash and Campbell ran for a combined 223 yards on the Detroit Lions, which was said to be the best run defense in the league. Campbell running, and they're doing it again. 29-yard gain. It looks like they're already on the whole road to do the same thing. Both teams could potentially just keep this game on the ground. Oh, McCain is slow. All right, nice catch for a 14-yard gain on Chicago. They really got to look at it here. The nose tackle, excellent. We got Thomas, Hutchinson. Combs is excellent. All right. Definitely like to see where this ends up. He catches it with 2 defenders on him. No, he didn't get it, though. But it's just 2nd down. Not the end of the world. Looks like Chicago's offense is having their way with Detroit, because you got to remember that they were playing in Detroit when they beat them 24-7. Campbell, what a run. What a run. And this is going to be a game. Oh, no. We got an injury out on the field, folks. Campbell looks like he sustained an injury. And they're going to go with Hicks to take his place here. But I'm telling you, the way these holes are opening up, I can get my grandma out there on the field for Chicago right now, and she's going to get as many yards as Campbell. Lash goes down, 3-yard loss. It'll be really interesting to see when they go with this guy, as they are clearly keeping this ball on the ground. Understanding who was the excellent, there it is. Piled up in the middle, just a 1-yard gain. The defense is making a stand. Interesting to see. 3-0. 2nd quarter. Chicago back to pass. Witten. Combs down. Touchdown, Lindsey. They had him wide open. You know, I don't know what's going on with Detroit's defense right now, but they really, really need to step it up and get it together. Especially if you don't want to see Chicago in the playoffs with you. But so far, this is the only team, at least in the league, that has their number. Successful kick, 7-3. And it is a cold night out here. Mackey, back for the return. Jeez, he takes one pretty quick, only 12 yards. I'm telling you right now, if they don't get a play by the second quarter, I don't think they're going to get a dub here. You can't just take chip shots on Chicago. You got to make a statement. Intercepted. Well, there goes the statement. Herman Moore gets in on a tackle, but that's not good. That is not good at all. And I believe Chicago might be Detroit's kryptonite. Like they're just going up the gut. They're probably just trying to get themselves in some field position to get a field goal off. They're about to come up on a 2-minute warning, so they'll run an extra play. All right, just a 2-yard loss. They're going with Hicks. 3rd and 9. They're just in the cusp of field goal range, but not really. Oh, it's a sack. Hutchinson. And they're definitely out of field goal range, and they have no choice but to punt it. Surprisingly, they didn't go for it. Oh, nearly blocked. Auto set, just barely got it off. What a good kick, though. Has no choice but to return it. The quarterback is, look at both quarterbacks right now are totally bad condition. The worst of two evils here. I mean, Detroit has not had an identity of a quarterback all season. Everyone knows that. Everyone understands that. He actually finds an open receiver, though. Van Camp. They got 51 seconds left on the clock. I mean, if out of anything, you got to score. Back to pass. He might have the receivers he's looking for. Dodges a man. Throws deep. Oh my gosh, it's incomplete. It was blocked. I told you, this game, you could either win or lose it for Detroit. It don't really matter, but they have to make a statement. Because if you lose this game, you have zero momentum going into the playoffs. Barry Sanders on the ground. He's the only one right now out there trying to make a statement. Can he do it? Barry Sanders at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Barry! Oh my gosh. Barry did it. He had to put it in his hands, folks, because you know that's where the yards are generating for him right now for Detroit. They have to keep it on the ground. Defense wasn't ready for it. 10-7. That's the momentum change they need. They need that man on the ground. And Detroit gets the lead for the halftime. And that gives them 94 yards on 7 attempts. For passing, Chicago, Witten is completely 100% right now. Moon is still trying to find himself. Let's see how this back end of the game plays out. Detroit will be kicking it off to Chicago. Looks hard enough, deep enough to be a touchback. All right. So this other end of the quarter, I think the defensive coordinator talked with the head coach and really agreed that they're going to stay aggressive on the run. They know that's where Chicago's generating their success. But they really haven't went with Hicks too much since Campbell's been out. I thought they would have went with him. They haven't. Wide open, Stanton. like they chased him down fairly quick, but they gotta be better than that. They really do. But if they can just get themselves up to field goal position, they'll tie this up before the quarter. Deep. Too deep. Combs put the pressure on the quarterback there. I'm not. No, I don't think they're gonna go with the run. Feel like they might be abandoning the run. Yeah, it looks like it. Lash down to the 29. Well, they're definitely in field goal position. We might have this one. Blitz, 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 blitz. Damn. Oh, Hicks. The backup. We have a game, folks. Well, I think it's very difficult right now to even get a pass off with these snowy conditions and such. So both teams have almost but abandoned the pass. No good. That could bite them later in the game. Only time will tell. 13-10. Mackey back for the reception. Well, like we said, the run is what's generating the yards out here for both teams. And as long as Detroit recognizes that. Sanders. 1 yard loss. Chicago surprisingly knew that they were going to go with that. Six-yard gain, Barry Sanders. That gives him 100 on the night. It looks like they're pulling him out. Going with Sim.